Hello and welcome back to Guild Wars 2! I've been trying to make a video on each of the events as I get to them because it's my first year in Guild Wars 2, and I'm excited to talk about the events as I go through them. And although Wintersday is not my favorite by far, and I'll get into why in just a little bit, I do think thematically it's really cool, and so I wanted a little bit of time just to talk about it and the stuff that you can do in it. This first year of Guild Wars 2 with me has been really fun, and although I had to take a break for Game of the Year and haven't been able to get back into the story like I want to, now that I'm wrapping up Game of the Year, hopefully soon, I'll be able to get back into it and be able to cover all the cool stuff I want to cover with this game, because there is a lot. And that's partly why Winter's Day is one of my least favorites, is that there's a lot to do in this, and there's a lot to do to get your daily that takes a little while. But let me talk about each of the different instances and my thoughts on them. I don't love the Bell Choir, mostly because even though I love rhythm games, I find that I queue up too many actions by trying to hit the notes too fast, and I try to hit them too early because I'm used to rhythm games that let me hit the notes early instead of having to wait until it hits the blue circle. Normally, it's when it gets close to it, you can still hit it, you know? So I try to queue up too many actions, and I wind up getting kicked off, and that's not fun, and winds up just kind of being a waste of time for me in the most part. I like the Ephemerarium well enough. I think it's way too long. It's not too bad when you have a full group of people, but when you just have a couple, it takes forever. And I think other than that, it's okay, especially like right now when I don't have a lot of time because I'm trying to work on Goaties and I'm trying to get hero points so I can make those videos about the classes. I just don't have a lot of time to dedicate to get the dailies every day in Guild Wars, and it's not super fun to get the Infinirarium, that's how words work, with just a couple people and know that, hey, this is going to take like 10 minutes. The Secret Lair of the Snowman is cool. That is a fun strike. It's really interesting, and it pops up as the daily pretty often, so I get to run it pretty well. And I like it. It's really fun. The Snowball Mayhem is really interesting. I like that one a lot. I wish I could go in with my friends and play with them instead of, maybe we're against each other, which has happened most of the time that I've played with other people. But I do like it. It's fun. The race is pretty interesting, especially that you get you get an achievement for doing it on foot, which I found really cool. And so I had to like use super speed with my scrapper to be able to do so, and I liked that a lot. That was really interesting. And it's kind of cool to get to run around Divinity's Reach too, just, exploring it as it were, because it's not a city that I've spent a bunch of time in because I only have a couple human characters. Toy Apocalypse is fun. I like Toy Apocalypse a lot. I wish it was 5 rounds instead of 10. 10 rounds starts to add up real quick. And before the end of it, I'm like, yeah, man, I could be doing story content right now, and I really want to see where the story goes. But I want my dailies, So 10 rounds is a little bit too long for me. But I do find that the idea of it is really, really cool. I'm able to build up the tower defense setup. Really, really fun. The Winter Wonderland jumping puzzle, it's cool. I think that having the multiple tiers is maybe the coolest thing about it, because it means that you can do each different tier if you want to in the same instance, or if you're not very good at jumping puzzles, you have the tier that makes it where stuff doesn't decay underneath you. I like it well enough. I don't think it's a very short jumping puzzle, so again, when trying to go for a daily, not one that I'm going to spend too much time on, but I do enjoy it. And then when we get to like the miscellaneous events, bringing the presents to the orphans, that's really thematically cool. 15 orphans is way too many all across the map when they're not marked. That takes forever, man. And I get it, is there's a lot of orphans in Divinity's Reach, but like, man, at some point, after about 7 or 8, I'm going, do the rest of these really deserve presents? I don't know, man. Having the others dailies tied to like, you can do this one or you can do this one is pretty nice. I wish that you could get a daily completion for doing any event instead of just only these specific ones each day. But having the or makes it's pretty reasonable, At the end of the day, I think that this is a really fun event. I wish that some of the stuff wasn't as long. If you're somebody that's been playing the game for a long time, Winter's Day could be like a fun afternoon of playing with you. And as a new player, it was a fun afternoon the first couple days. But now we're a few days into it, and I want to get the cool weapons. I want to get the cool stuff, but it doesn't have me drawn to it the way that the Halloween event did, the way that Festival of the Four Winds did. I just want to get my daily and move on. I want to go do the other stuff. And that's unfortunate when it comes to events because it almost makes it feel like a chore for me. I wish it wasn't that way, I really truly do. But thematically, super cool. Events, fun stuff. They just run a little long. And I think that when you tie that in with the fact that there's so much to do in this game and so much I still want to do in this game, it unfortunately makes Wintersday my least favorite event so far. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is a really short video, I know, but I don't want to be too negative because my problems with Wintersday are very much my problems with it, right? You're somebody that has more time on your hands. It's not going to bother you as much. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What's your favorite thing about Wintersday? What's your favorite Wintersday weapon skin? I got this awesome looking greatsword for my Necromancer, for my Reaper from it. That is Grint's greatsword. And it just looks really, really cool and thematically really cool with my Reaper. So let me know again what your favorite part of Wintersday is. And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. Happy Wintersday. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. The Guild Wars 2 has to offer.